What is up, everybody? Badass here with another Starfield video. In this video, we're going to continue on our journey or on our quests. If y'all enjoy the video, please drop a like, and if you want more, if you need more, subscribe. Let's get into it.
It's good to be back on board.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. All right, we're done.
Cool.
You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Build lodge. And we can land. Okay, let's go talk to Kelton. Some weird looking people in. Is that my femur?
Wen really keeps the distribution center.
It's good to see what we got over here.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need.
Okay. Yeah, seriously. There we go.
Well, actually, Mast would be paying, but I see your point and assure you that you will be compensated for your time.
Good.
Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before.
Okay.
The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening. I don't. Not for sure. It's all a theory, certainly, but it is completely supported by the data and observation, like all good science. It's the best we have to go on right now. It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return.
Okay.
As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it'll become.
Okay.
If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
Okay. So we need to go retrieve a tree so we can mate. Got it.
Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't
Whatever.
just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years. Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
This is PodQuest.
I'm afraid I can't be two places at once, and I have too much going on here. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause.
Okay.
All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Okay. Kind of going off on a different way than I thought we would, but you know what? It's okay. It's not that big. All right, so let's go ahead and set a course. All right. You're not explored. Okay, so we need to go here and then jump here. Okay. So it looks like we need to jump here and then travel to the other.
Where to next?
Okay. What is this in front of us? Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's jump. Still getting used to the way this works. We'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe.
Jump complete.
Restart collective space.
Want to do it
All
again?
while we
Just
scan
for
your
fun?
How are you feeling,
No?
Barrett?
Maybe later. The same as I was a few
She's
moments
always
before
asking him
you
how
walked
he's
in.
feeling.
We're landing at Aquila
Interesting.
City.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm worried about you. That time you spent as a...
Okay. Okay. Land at Aquila City. I think we can level up as well. We'll have to check that out real quick. See if we can.
Landing site is clear. Let's head down. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as you pictured. Don't get me wrong, you weren't exactly having anyone condemned, but I wasn't being tortured.
Okay. I'll trust that you're telling me the truth.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Well, thank you, Vasco. Appreciate that, bud. Let's go this way. Safe travels, gate 1. Services.
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank.
Oh, you look like
Folks
the
might
miner
be in
guy.
danger, so you may want to steer clear. Not usually, but he took charge of the situation because the bank robbers are part of the Shaw gang. The Marshal's had a lot of experience dealing with the gang, so he's calling the shots. I guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Okay.
Sam has told me so many stories about
New mission? Okay. Okay.
Key City.
Let's see where this leads us here.
I feel as though I've lived here all my life.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
Say those ruined zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you,
Like
it
who?
ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. Call it the Great Serpent.
Hell, my security really is a joke. You need to stand back now. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. Fine. Talk fast.
We can do that.
I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them.
Okay.
They're using the intercom to communicate. It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. About all we can do is wait and see. All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
Will do.
I sincerely hope you know what you're doing.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Of us all.
Hands where I can see him. And don't try
Seems we've got a little excitement on our hands.
We can take care of this, no problem. It's all good.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullock.
Jed Bullock.
Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? I'm so ready to get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already sick to death of this place. I ain't buying it. Nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so let's just move on.
Okay.
We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Oh, hell. The
One thing about
Freestar Rangers
negotiation, you
got
gotta stall.
ships.
You just gotta
They can
stall,
give us
stall,
one of
stall.
them.
That's the best thing to do.
This whole damn job's gone wrong.
Yep.
It was supposed to be just a
Longer thing
quick
goes
hit.
on, things go on, the
Clean
better
and simple,
situation
you
you're
know?
gonna be in.
So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean?
Let's see what this will
Damn
do.
it. I didn't think of it that way. Maybe you're right. Nobody gets hurt, we won't have to rot in jail for the rest of our lives.
So we got how many persuasion points? Let's see. Yep.
It's up to the marshal to make sure the hostages don't get hurt. Nah, it's too late to back out now. We're seeing this through. You go tell the marshal to get that ship ready so
I
we
must
can
have read
all
something
walk
wrong.
away from this thing
Okay.
without anybody getting hurt.
Okay, so now we gotta talk to him. Okay. I thought we had that one, to be honest.
I really don't know how this is gonna end.
Those
Maybe we'll get another
guys are
chance.
scared. I can tell.
I agree.
I heard every word. He's talking too loud. Sign of fatigue. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. They're not thinking straight. That puts us in a very precarious position. Nah, you'd be wasting your time. Or worse, it'd make them angry. No sense risking that. I appreciate your idealism. But there were only ever two ways this could end. You've already ruled out one of them, so that leaves us with only one option. We have to free the hostages by taking out their captors.
Okay.
Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards in sight at all times. If we try to move against them, they'll see us coming. What do you want? Credits? Fine, if that's what it takes to end this. I'll do it.
Probably could still talk him out of it.
But those credits better buy me a guarantee that the hostages will come out safe and unharmed.
I was hoping money wasn't the only reason you'd undertake this risk, but I suppose it's your right to be
Of
compensated
course.
for the risk
You
you're
gotta see how
taking.
serious people are.
Now, I see two ways we can play this. You could ask to see the hostages, and once you're inside, you can make your move. If you're quick, I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. But you'll have to shoot to kill. There's also a back door. Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not be watching it as closely. This key should unlock it.
There we go.
You've got my girlfriend in there. If she gets hurt, heads are gonna roll.
See if we can sneak in. Let's go ahead and read this real quick so we don't miss something. So I'm assuming we're going to sneak in to kind of take them out. Let's make sure we have the correct weapon. Should be fine.
Am I hearing things? There you are!
Another loser. What was
I
that?
need some help here!
Got all worked up for nothing.
You're outmatched! Gonna kill you, traitor!
Want to make sure the
Get up! Get up!
make sure they don't kill the hostages. So we're hidden. Whoops. Modified mouse storm. Okay. Calibrated. So we can always take these items. Let's see. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be honest. This handgun seems pretty good. The pistols seem pretty good in this so far, to be honest. Could be wrong on that, but...
They've got the Marshal.
I heard the fight. The hostages, are they safe? Is that so? Shame it had to come to that. But you got the job done and saved lives.
Okay.
Here. You've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material.
I am.
If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do this one. I'm here to save the fucking universe. Let's go. Look at a branch too. Really?
So you want to come here for a half day?
Hi. Please feel free to have a look around. It's the reason I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and
That's
the
the,
father
cowboy, I
of the
believe.
Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space.
Okay.
Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars. Absolutely. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today. That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late. Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized nor particularly inclined to release any of our pieces.
Okay.
That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage.
Okay. Let's try to convince her.
Welcome to the Co-Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well. Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Free Star Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here.
Trade it for the branch.
Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests.
Okay.
Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it.
Okay.
Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question. I guess I don't want to impede anything important.
Yeah.
Huh. A disaster befalling New Atlantis? Hard to get upset about that. Okay. You've made your point. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece.
Will do. All right, well, let's get on back.
I have something I need to discuss with you. Remember our last conversation when you told me the artifacts made you feel like raw energy was coursing through your veins? Well, it got me thinking, so I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Unfortunately, no. Other than you and Barrett, there were no records of direct encounters with the artifacts. I have to admit, though, I did get more than a bit sidetracked reminiscing about old times. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Aja Mamasa. She was the youngest member of Constellation when it was founded. Only took her 15 years to reach chair. Sorry, I sometimes get so caught up in my own bubble, I forget that I wasn't the first. Ah, she absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. At this point, I'd say you've graduated from protege and moved up the ladder. A bit. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja.
It's not
Just
really what
be
I said.
yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you.
Okay.
I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go.
All right.
In general, students love field trips, and they...
Okay. Let's go ahead and set our course. And land. So we'll go ahead and finish this little side quest up. Get it done.
Hell of a city, isn't it? There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
Let's go. Let's talk to our pal over here. Get him his little branch so we can fix the problem and we can move on.
I hope Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to Miss Castler in Aquila City? Yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. All right, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible, but I'm hoping it's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess. So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it. Oh, I'm quite certain you couldn't achieve the necessary register. Far too low for human vocal cords. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use. We don't have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick.
Okay.
Perhaps, but desperate times and all that. Certainly, if you have some other option, by all means, take advantage of it.
Though I am not exactly thrilled we're doing anything illegal. I suppose we've come this far, so it would be a shame to stop now.
Don't remember asking.
Yes, well, it's as I said. Desperate times require desperate measures. I'm not proud of this, but it needs to be done. I have no doubt that you will.
Okay. So it looks like the blue stop sign is ahead of us. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see where it'll take us. Probably bring us in the same spot we were. Okay. Alright, looks like we're in a better spot. Okay. Let's see what we got.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries?
That neon fella. I missed it. How'd it go?
Oh, we gotta go upstairs or something. Okay, cool.
Starting line, then wham!
Oops, I don't want to pull up my gun. Okay. Alright, so there's a door over there, and there's something over here, so let's go check this out.
If you ever find yourself with a hot lead, we will do our best to protect your candidate.
Okay. Oops, diagnostic. Okay. Return to the tree. We're just gonna go ahead and take a nice stroll over there. All right. Okay. It's like a big shark fin. Let's go.
Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Actually go this way. Am I running out of oxygen here? Okay, cool. It's not run out. Well, I don't think it's that big of a deal. We're not really fighting. Alright.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down.
Good.
I can hardly believe that worked. I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward.
Feels like we're going to be revisiting this.
You have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis. Though they don't know it.
Okay. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and end the video there. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We're getting back into this. Hopefully we can kind of move through these slower quests a little bit more efficiently and start getting into kind of the meat and potatoes of the game. Start getting into more action, that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to avoid that a little bit in the beginning, trying to do more persuasions and things like that so we can kind of, keep the resources that we have and learn the game and stuff like that. But if y'all enjoying the videos, like I said, please drop a like, and I thank you for stopping by. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.